Yo, what's good, YouTube? Today we're gonna be reacting to the most useless superpowers IRL, man. Bro, am I dark, bro? Why do I look darker, bro? Dang, bro. Oh, you just gotta deal with it, man. Yeah, bro, we're gonna react to the most useless superpowers, man. You know, I just saw this, you feel me? And so, yeah, we're gonna react to it, bro. No gappity yappy, man. I've heard it. Let's get straight to it. Let me fix my mic.
Wanna save us both some time and tell me what these
Alright, can't hear anything.
mods do before I take you to prison or after? Wanna save us both some time and tell me what these mods do before I take you to prison or after?
Bro, did bro get hit?
Months since I've done one of these videos.
But how you gonna have super speed and get hit, bro?
So I thought it would be a good idea to drop another one of them because there are still way too many useless abilities that need to be covered. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about some more useless superpowers to have in real life. Now, before I start mentioning some new abilities, I wanted to address some of the grievances.
I ain't gonna lie, any superpowers that's just like
first off,
pure strength is like useless.
Again, the magma fruit, and I will stand on this.
Unless you're trying to be an athlete.
In real life, because seriously, this fruit is way too destructive to even apply to real life scenarios.
Oh yeah, bro.
Low intangibility, but if you have the choice of Logia, there are way better and more convenient options. With this fruit, your only options are to either continue your regular life or become a world-renowned criminal. More on that later. And don't tell me that you'll be the best hero with this fruit, because you will be a bigger threat to civilians than any other villain could hope for. We already know Kainu was moving.
People would be getting their cars blown up,
and just destroy someone's car, or shoot, you put a crater through a building. Heck, you might even burn someone to ashes by accident. You're gonna be getting some type of lawsuit and getting put in jail for arson.
Bro, I can't imagine just trying to dap somebody up, bro. You just burned their whole hand, bro. Oh my lord.
Then there's Luffy's gum fruit, which I'll admit that I've sold a bit short. I forgot to mention that there is the immunity to blunt damage. So realistically, the only problem you'd be having would be learning how to actually control the stretching. But the immunity to blunt damage is probably the only benefit you'll get from it.
Nah, Luffy's is comfy though, bro, because like you can stretch to reach heights, and then you got like durability, so like you could be a demon at any sport. You know, it can be very helpful, bro, depending on how you use it, man. And likewise, honestly, just like using your powers for like, you know, social media, people are probably gonna think it's fake, you feel me? So either way, you know, you're gonna get a lot of views, you know, because people are just gonna think it's really good effects, you feel me? Whole time you just got superpowers, bro, but they're not gonna know that.
Mostly because electricity immunity is fairly niche. It's still alright, but it's not the crazy Gear 5 shenanigans that you see in the series. Also, the imagination portion of this fruit is not as potent as some of y'all think. Don't go around thinking that you're gonna be summoning meteors from the sky just because you imagined it. And then finally, I found that many comments shared a similar tone with the possibility of gaining superpowers. Just become a criminal. I've come to realize that it's possible that my audience consists of a lot more menaces than I previously thought, because some of y'all can't be trusted with powers.
Yeah,
now,
bro. Any human gets powers is genius.
I am not a criminal, nor do I want to be a criminal if I had powers. Sure, no one would be able to stop you in theory, but then you gotta live the whole criminal lifestyle, like not associating with your family to preserve their safety, amongst other things, which is a lot less convenient than one would think. Then there were also people who were talking about world domination, and I believe that you guys should never ever get your hands on power. You'd be the mustache twirling villain that starts
this is why God didn't give us powers.
So all that out of the way, it's time to finally talk about the first useless power on the list, One for All. Now this power is actually one of the worst things you get in real life, in my opinion.
Okay. If you could control it, I don't think it's that useless, you feel me? Like I said, for any type of sport, you feel me? But if you can't control it, then yeah, geez.
How much recoil there is on your body. First off, you can't even think about using One for All at full strength ever unless it's a life or death situation. Like I'm talking about.
I mean, why would you?
On the line, or the Martians have the death beam pointed at Earth, you better hit it.
Because there are way too many injuries that come with the.
What would be the point of using the full strength though? Unless literally Goliath comes back to life, bro. There's literally zero point in you using full power.
Full power punch. This man Deku was breaking his arms each time he used a full power.
Like realistically, bro, you probably only have to like use like maybe at 1%, bro. But like that, I'm saying, like if you could control it, bro, it shouldn't be that bad.
For Detroit Smash, and this was after having a decent amount of training with All Might. Your limbs might actually explode off your body if you try to punch someone recklessly. And personally, I think a detached limb would guarantee a trip to the ER. Plus, I know for a fact no one watching this video got the money to deal with broken arms or legs every other week. And plus, Deku was getting his arms healed by Recovery Girl, so he ain't have to spend much time recovering from injuries. You, on the other hand, will be waiting a calm 3 months to recover from shattered bones. Not to mention the fact that Deku was suffering long-lasting damage damage after using his arms too much. So you can expect that to happen to you as well if you throw hands too much. But besides the potential of getting OD hospital bills, you also gotta remember that there's a chance you won't even be able to fulfill the full potential of One For All. Deku had so many resources at his disposal to help him train, and we don't have those UA level training facilities in the real world. Even if you manage to learn full Cowling, you better be real slow trying to raise the power of it. Number one, you're gonna have to be training by yourself, because I don't expect any human on earth wanting to fight with someone who can punch out city blocks with ease. Number two, you're gonna have to follow the steps taken to a T and try your best not to mess up horrifically. What are you gonna...
Bro, you finna ask somebody to spar. they gonna get the gloves on. You're like, are you ready? Yeah, alright. We
to do? You go 20% full Cowling immediately? That's just asking to mess up your body. And don't even talk to me about the other quirks in One For All. We saw how much mayhem was caused when Deku first discovered Black Whip. If this happens in public with a bunch of people around, you're gonna have a J. Jonah Jameson on your head every single time you try to walk around the city.
I can't stand Spider-Man. I can't stand him.
I can't stand Spider-Man.
Staying in the My Hero verse, we got Dabi's cremation quirk, but honestly, this part is gonna be mostly about Dabi, cause it's truly a horrific combo for him. Essentially, Dabi's body is more resistant to cold temperatures than hot cause of his mom, so anytime he uses his fire, he gets burnt, which means that he can't even use his power for real without literally cooking his skin. If you were in Dabi's situation, why would you ever use this quirk? It only seems to hurt you. Like, sure, you got strong flames, but I can get the same effect with an airsoft can and a lighter. Use this quirk too much and you'll just end up as a flaming corpse with no chance of recovery. I can see why bro was so mad with his brother, cause I would be tight too. You're basically the failed experiment of the family. Now the last quirk I want to cover again is this freaking tail quirk, cause I still got a lot of gripes with it. I talked about it in the first video, but let's be real. The channel was in a drastically different place than it is now. First off, I need you guys to level with me here. You guys can really call me anything, like stupid, short, a fraud, whatever. But one thing I refuse to be called is crazy for calling this quirk garbage, because quite frankly,
who would want a tail, bro?
No matter what, you cannot convince me that this tail wasn't just some result of some radiation mutation or something that got passed down genetically. The doctors probably saw this kid with the big tail and realized that this kid got no quirk and were like, you know what? Just tell the kid that the tail is his quirk. That should work. Like, this thing just looks so inconvenient. I'm assuming that the tail just grew from the tailbone, so I can only imagine how annoying it would be to get clothes with this 3-foot appendage quite literally between your cheeks. You're gonna have to get your clothes made or something. Also, any description of this quirk is actively coping. Heck, anyone who thinks this is some S-tier quirk,
has a long, powerful, and sturdy tail, right? Yeah, bro.
Description of this quirk is actively coping. Heck, anyone who thinks this is some S-tier quirk in general is just coping. Sturdy tail. Okay.
How would you actually put on your clothes though? No cap. Like, actually, bro. Cause you can't. Bro, bro, you're gonna have to have some stretchy clothes, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know.
I don't care about the agility or breaking metal or whatever. What are you going to do with this quirk? Don't think you're gonna go speed blitzing anyone with this power as soon as you get it. Martial arts is like the only thing that can pair well with this quirk, and I know a large majority of us are not black belts in martial arts, so you gotta spend like 3 years learning to try to make some use of this tail. But if you're already a black belt in martial arts, just stick with that. You don't need no tail for that. And some of y'all in the comments are gonna be on my head about this part, so let's just make a hypothetical. Let's say Electro is running rampant in New York City. You use your tail to grab him, electrocute. Try to jump in the air with your tail, electrocute. Anything you do, you get bodied. And this will be very accurate to the show because I feel like I've only seen this guy get rocked. Next ability, we have another
ain't never done
basically any big name key blast in Dragon Ball, like the Final Flash, the Kamehameha, Gallic Gun, etc. Now I know this one will be a bit controversial because we've all tried to fire off a...
Okay, listen. I've always said this, like, if we were to, like, have, like, Dragon Ball Z powers, like, key control, there'd literally be zero purpose, bro. Literally, because literally you can't do anything but just destroy stuff. So unless we're trying to, you know what I'm saying, kill half of the population off of just useless fighting, there's just no point, man, honestly.
Kamehameha. It's just the rite of passage. And quite frankly, if someone gave me the option to take Key Blast as an ability, I would definitely take it. But that still doesn't eliminate the fact that the strongest forms of these Key Blasts are way too strong to be practical in real life. Sure, the average pea shooter blast isn't blowing up the planet, but something like the Final Flash is a bit different. These blasts can level mountains easily. Heck, even charging one up is going to be felt by a lot of people. And then there's the grim possibilities of missing the blast. What happened?
Yo, I should miss it, bro.
you blow up the moon by accident or on purpose. I know how some of y'all be moving. You are running the risk of destroying so many things in the world every time.
The only like useful superpowers is teleportation, super speed, invisibility, I guess like stopping time or something. Things like that, bro. Like anything that has to do with just straight like power. Like unless you want to be a freaking S tier athlete or you just want to make freaking videos and make people think you have insane effects editing, it's just pointless, bro. No cap. That is me though.
Time you fire off one of these big name blasts. Legitimate question. What type of ops do you have in your life that requires a Gallic gun? Unless you are actively looking for violence and someone to blast, some pistol with the switch is getting the job done the same way. And I know a switch is illegal, but these big name blasts might as well be illegal as well. If you're new and enjoying the video so far, you might as well subscribe. We on the road to 50K, so I'd appreciate it a lot. Anyways, back to the video. Next up, I want to talk about how bad being a Jinchuriki would be in real life. My friend brought it up to me after my last video, and I thought it was a really good point. We all know that being a Jinchuriki in the Naruto world is garbage. You got organizations hunting you down and trying to murk you just because of the tailed beast inside of you. And then the village most of the time wants you dead and ostracizes you from society. You get treated like a third-class citizen and a grade A threat. But in my opinion, the societal problems will probably not be as big of a deal in our world. The real issues start when you think about the fact that you have an actual demon inside of you and you have to try to control them. Cause oh my goodness, will these demons take the chance to run rampant? If you get someone like Shukaku, you're cooked. You can't get no sleep because Shukaku will take control as soon as you hit the bed. To be honest, you gotta have your emotions completely unlocked because you run the risk of having the tail beast take over. And I know there's a lot of people who would let their tail beast run rampant in a moment of weakness.
I lie.
Boom, Kurama just destroyed half the city. But there's
bro, I would have been cooked.
You can manage to siphon off some of the power.
Nah, bro, middle school would have been cooked, bro. Honestly, middle school would have been cooked. Honestly, elementary up to middle school would have been cooked. Honestly, bro, just in general would have been cooked, bro. Nah, but like the whole world would have been destroyed by now. Okay, I think that goes for everyone,
even if
bro.
you do that, most of the forms are still garbage. This man Naruto's skin was burning and peeling off during transformation because of the chakra alone, and he ain't even have control of this form. Even some of the upper forms of the tailed beast chakra cloaks could risk death if the tailed beast decides to take away your chakra too quickly. So basically, you gotta hope your tailed beast isn't annoying and wants to cooperate with you. There's not much you can really do on your side. Then you also need to hope that no one wants to do any experiments on you because the government would definitely be interested in someone with enhanced healing, strength, speed, etc. And for the next power on the list, after some further deliberation, I've concluded that having a Susanoo would probably not be super crazy as one would expect. Besides the whole going blind part, which would likely be a pretty bad drawback, the Susanoo also has another deterrent from using it. This thing causes so much pain for the user. Sasuke said it was like pain in every single cell in his body, and it only gets worse with the higher stages. You're not gonna be getting some free giant samurai armor that you're gonna be—
I'm gonna be honest, bro, like, as much as we like love these anime powers and as much as we would wish we could do them, low-key, this stuff like sounds so painful, bro. Like I can't imagine the Sharingan. Like, bro, their eyes are literally bleeding, bro. Like, is it really worth it, bro? Just get your reflexes up, man. Like, it ain't that deep, bro. Like, I don't know. I'd rather have Ultra Instinct for real, man. Like,
be chilling inside of. As long as you're in it, you're gonna be feeling that pain. Then there's the fact that a perfect Susanoo is like 100 meters tall, so good luck maneuvering that around. I guess you use it like Sasuke, i.e. use it like a taxi. But then again, your chakra consumption will be cooked. If you can get through all those caveats, you got yourself a pretty good power. Will you be able to handle all those inconveniences though? Most likely not. This last power I want to cover is gonna be handled a bit differently than the others in this video. It has a very special place in my heart.
Bro,
when I was younger, I always liked the characters.
It's the equivalent to just having like a tank just sitting in your like your driveway. Like, why would you just have a tank? When are you gonna use that? And why would you even put that in your driveway? Because how are you gonna get out? You know, like this is wartime, bro. All right, we live in a time of peace. There's no point to have all these powers, man. You feel me? Now, if you was in World War III, then we could start talking. But as of now, bro, I'll take invisibility. Yeah.
Speed like the Flash, Sonic, Quicksilver, etc. And I always thought it would be really good to have super speed in real life. Like I could run at the speed.
Facts, bro. Wait. Is it gonna tell me that super speed's bad?
That sounds amazing. And you know, after growing older,
he's probably gonna say something like your clothes are gonna like, you know, come off or burn or something like that, which is true. They probably would burn.
Realize that super speed is so busted it's not even funny. And you don't even need that much speed to be able to win any fight for real. But after I realized this, I realized that all these shows I was watching growing up were all alive. And yes, this is going to be me ranting about super speed in media, not about how effective it is in real life, because the orangutan at the zoo probably knows that running fast is really effective. Super speed seems to be so worthless in these shows. They always have the hero.
I'd rather have like enhanced speed than like super speed, because like super speed is like way OD. Like, how would you even control that?
So many brain cells when they have this power, or they'll have the speedster be like the jokester of the group, so he automatically seems weaker than he actually is. Like, I know it's a hard power to ride around, but you shouldn't let anyone get away if you're so fast that everything seems to stop around you. Like, look at this.
Bro.
You should be winning every single battle. Remember when Wally beat Lex Luthor fused with Brainiac with pure speed blitzes? This is how every fight in real life would go if you had even a fraction of Wally's speed. Like, give me super speed and I'm taking it. But if you give me the CW Flash's intelligence as well, then don't even offer it to me. I'd rather get the tech work. You're basically giving yourself a lobotomy for the chance to run super fast sometimes. They always have speedsters lose brain cells and act like they can't react to anything being thrown at them when they in fact can easily react and be untouchable. The only cons, if you can even call them cons with super speed, are time travel and super immense speed. Immense speed is only a con because it's kind of just overkill. Like, if you can run at 1% of the speed of light.
Oh, okay. So he's just saying like it's just OD basically. Yeah.
You'll be more than fast enough to deal with most situations. You don't need to be gathering as much speed as possible to become some sort of god of speed. And if you constantly think that you need more speed, get help or please apply to be a Flash villain or something. Time travel will be kind of a negative because we don't know how it functions in our own world. So you'd actively be trying to learn about the implications and consequences when trying to make changes to the past. You'll probably make and erase a couple alternate timelines in the process, and no one got time for that, pun not intended. And if you try to operate on movie rules, you're actively self-sabotaging. Honestly, the CW Flash and other media have ruined super speed so much that I don't even want it anymore. In theory, you should be able to stop all crime, but there has to be some sort of curse or equivalent exchange when you get this power. The inevitable random IQ drops could truly be the end of some people's lives. Now, there are definitely other powers I want to cover, like Maharaga's adaptation or the Titan shifters, but that'll be for another part, assuming y'all want another installation. I really do like discussing these hypotheticals in our own lives. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for all the support on the channel. With that being said, have a great day. Peace out.
You too, bruh. Hey man, W video, bro. What do y'all think, bro? What do y'all think is the most useless power, bro? You feel me? Me personally, I feel like the most useless power would probably anything that has to do with like blast. Like, you know, it's just like there's just no point in that unless you're trying to work for the military, bro. There's no point in having no like destructive like blast power, you know. I think that has to do with like speed, maybe strength, you know, for sports. And, you know, like invisibility. I feel like those are probably the only ones. I think flight would also be cool, you know what I'm saying, for transportation. Stuff like that, bro. But I don't know. That's me, though. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, man. You know what I'm saying? And Jesus loves you, bro. So keep that. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Hit the club, throw 100, fuck the dub. Percocet, 230, stole the drugs. Hit the plug, fuck it, I'ma ride the plug. Got that fuego, fuego, fuego.